Hey guys, it's your girl Esther Lauren, and I'm back today with a new video. Today I'll be doing an African lookbook for you guys. If you didn't know already, I am half African. My father was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and I absolutely love our culture. From the food, to the people, to the music, I love everything about being African. And that's why I decided to do this lookbook, because I think African fabric is just so beautiful and so vibrant and absolutely perfect for the springtime. I also wanted to talk to you guys about how much being African means to me and how much things have changed in the recent years, because growing up, I used to get bullied and made fun of for being African, but now things are really changing and our culture is being embraced a lot more. All the African print items can be found on Etsy.com, and the link will be down below in the description box. So let's get into this video. So I'm sure if you guys are pretty familiar with trends and Instagram and you really keep up to date on everything that's going on, then you've probably noticed a trend in the embracing of African culture. A lot of people are wearing dashikis and African print clothing, and we're really being embraced. Our music is being played more at parties and clubs, or at least I've noticed. I live in New York, and in the New York area, that's definitely the trend. And it's very interesting to see, because growing up it was not like that. Everyone that was African got called an African booty scratcher, and we used to get made fun of so much, to the point that I used to be so happy that I was African and Caribbean, because I would just basically disown my African side and only embrace my Caribbean side. So it's really interesting to see how much things have changed. On top of having to deal with being kind of teased for being African and not having that culture really be embraced, I had to deal with having an African father. And if you have African parents, oh my God, then you guys probably understand what I'm talking about, because having an African father was, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Like, I can't even explain how stressful that is. He is incredibly strict and incredibly rigid and incredibly traditional. And he was very by the book growing up. So on top of already kind of being embarrassed about my culture, I was embarrassed that my father was so strict. And I blamed it on the fact that he was African rather than just understanding my father's just strict. And it was really hard for me, you guys. Like, I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed about every single thing about being African. I wanted nothing to do with the culture or the continent or my country, and I just stayed away. And I really basically embraced only my Caribbean side. For the longest time, I only had Caribbean friends, and I was just like, African, no. But now I love my culture. I love my people. I love everything about being African. I just feel like I wouldn't even look the way I look if I wasn't African. Like, I am just so happy and so blessed to be from such an amazing part of the world, and I'm so glad that I was able to share this with you guys. So I hope you really like this video. So as you guys know, I am in college, and when I first went away to college, I did have the opportunity of joining the African Student Union, where I met these incredible girls who I am wonderful friends with now, and they are also African as well. And I wanted them to be a part of this video so they can show you and explain to you the struggles of growing up African and all the things that we had to deal with. And I also wanted them to show off their cute African outfits for you guys. So I hope you enjoy meeting my friends Christina, Chinello, and Halima.
I remember when I was growing up and people would ask me what my nationality was, and it was such an issue for me to tell them that I was African. And even when I would answer their question, I would just say African. I wouldn't boldly say that I was Nigerian. And to this day, I don't really know why I reacted that way or why I would do that. I don't know. I guess I was just ashamed, because when we were younger, being African wasn't really the most cool thing or whatever. So yeah, but now I love my culture. I love the food. I love the dance. I love the music. I love everything about it, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
I remember growing up African. It definitely wasn't easy growing up in the South as the only African girl in your class, but I grew to love it. I used to love the African parties, all the traditional outfits. I used to love everything. But then once I get to school, I remember always having to pretend like I didn't like any of it, having to pretend like I wasn't even African. But deep down, I knew that I loved my culture.
Growing up, I used to be deathly afraid that one day my mom would show up in one of those really traditional African outfits. And I don't know why, but I used to be just like, I was afraid of our culture, I guess. I love it now, obviously. I grew to love it. But at that moment, it was just something that I was ashamed of. And I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. And now it's funny to see how everyone's like, embracing African culture. You see the little bags, you see the dashikis, you see the nails even, and everything's just so beautiful. And now I feel comfortable enough. I hate the fact that it took me so long to feel comfortable enough to accept my culture.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. See you guys next time.